Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our Transformers Earth Wars fans out there. Lennic24 here, and today we're going to take another leap or another step towards our art of combat. We're going to talk about defenses and combiners. I will try to squeeze things in there. The Energon, and why should we, or how should we actually establish our bases and everything. So let me just close my image right there, and let's start. Okay, so first of all, I know there's a lot of so much information that's going on. All right, so let's start from the bottom, from the smallest part. The most basic element of the food chain in Transformers Earth Wars, those are actually the individual
Autobots,
from Z,
roll out.
from zone. That's too much. Let's grab something simple. Right? Let's talk about these guys on Z1, right? Z1 to Z I would say from Z11. Those are the basic most likely the victim of abuse when it comes to Transformers Earth Wars fans, especially those individuals in the higher ranking, in the higher zones, bases from Z12 above, or sometimes C11 above. They already established themselves from having good bots. Other than good bots, they already probably, some of them had 3-4 accounts that they're playing, and most of the time they feed to the young. It's just a part of the game, right? Like right now, I can always go down to the lower zone and start attacking. Anyhow, so what should you do? What are the things that you should always do when it comes to defenses, when it comes to building bases? This is my personal input. Of course, I didn't copy things. Anybody probably do. It's not my intention to do it, or if I accidentally probably had the same input from somebody else or ideas, it's not my intention. Like I said, I'm doing this not to make a profit, and I'm doing this just to pretty much help my other my friends and colleagues, especially Canada East Blade crew, and Dare, our lower members. By the way, I would also like to congratulate other alliances who pretty much finished the events, such as, and those people that, alliances that actually practice growth. If your main alliance is finished in the event, and they're allowing the lower level or the lower alliance and members to finish the event, get them the resources they need, allow them to grow. Amazing, guys. I'm really appreciate that. We need to help these people, encourage them to play more, encourage them to enjoy the game, not just to spend money, to develop the morale and teamwork and stuff like that. So thank you with all the top alliances out there that helping their lower rank to go up, to move up. Thank you. So now let's go from Z.
Autobots, roll
Out
out.
there. Z. Confirm. Z. Let's just randomly go. Let's go to Z1. Right? Let's go to Z1. So, what should you do? Here's my always recommendation if you're starting in the game. If you're starting in the game in Transformers Earth Wars, look at that. Look at that. Man, it's like a small tiny fish. I'm not gonna attack you. So anyhow, what you should do is at this stage. Oh, I said I'm not gonna attack you. Oh my God. So anyhow, at this stage of the game, the XP drop is so good for your bots to level up quickly. That means you have a chance to gather resources, move up, and improve your base. See, look at that. Sorry. So now I just pretty much show you the application of how people feed on the younger or the smaller bases out there. I apologize, sound bolt. Sorry. So now within that, sorry, let me just move this notes. Within that stage, within that zone, guys, it's always a good habit to maximize all walls, right? Level up all walls, level up the resources before you touch the HQ. Why? Why am I telling that? Because I want you guys to go properly to the right zone. You know, some people rush things. I get it, because you could get also a good bot, improve your bot quicker, increase the level so that you can hunt a higher source. That's also good. But sometimes you blame yourself. Why is this guy attacking me with 2-3 bots? Why is this guy always taking my resources? Because you're sometimes you jump too much. You went to a higher zone by like putting combiner in your base, but yet you're still in Z12 or Z13. You know, but you didn't really improving your defenses. So that means you're a feeder. For me, if I'm going to hunt your base, I'll just quickly feed on you. I'll use Star Saver, a Sandstorm, those single bots that were monster good and power leveling. I will just quickly do it. So now, like I said, let's go hunt again.
Autobots, roll out.
Stack rival player. Right. See, let's get out of there. Crazy guy. Okay, so let's go. Okay, let's go. That's Z1, right? Guys, while you're from Z1, Z2, while you're in the younger stage of the game, level up everything. Walls. Okay. Here's another thing that I would really like to emphasize, guys. When you're upgrading things in your base, always go to the most difficult one. Always upgrade the most expensive one. It's always a good habit, but max everything out. Max everything, like the walls, resources, everything. And then lastly, increase the HQ. But I'm not saying, since HQ most of the time is the most expensive, I'm not saying that improve the HQ right away. No, I'm not saying that. Always improve HQ the last. But when it comes to upgrading your bases, it's always a good habit to improve the outpost. Outposts, and this is not only applicable for Z1 and the monsters up on Z16 or Z15,
Autobots,
right?
roll out.
This idea is applicable for everybody else. Why am I telling you guys to upgrade the outpost? Look at my base, right? A lot of people started doing the walls. Hey, if you're doing that way, that's good, right? Now I have a lot of energon, because I don't know why, but I'm really filled with energon at the moment. Let me get rid of this out, because the walls, guys, are so expensive at this stage, right? The walls right now is what, like 9 million. The first thing that you should upgrade are the outposts if you're in this stage. Why? Because the outposts and combiners, this is applicable even from zone 1 above. Why would you need to start with outposts? Because you have more discretion on them. You have a more control to improve your bots. You have a more higher chance to defend your base if you have a good bot, if you have a good guards in there. Same thing with combiners. Then I think in the process that you need of upgrading the outpost, the main requirement is you need to improve first the resources, the energon storage, alloy storage, right? those are the basic requirements on reaching to develop either or upgrade either the outpost or the combiner and shield. When you're not in this stage, focus on upgrading everything. Let me see.
Autobots,
Let's
roll
hunt
out.
on. Let's hunt here in Z9. Right? Z9. Let's see, guys. Diamond Team. I'm sorry, I don't speak Korean. So his base is HQ12, but look at his wall. That's a basic example of what I'm telling you guys. Quick feed. That's it. Like, I'll just drop one bot in here, and they're also clustered, right? That's a bad habit. Clustered, you know. Plus walls, level 5, level 1, level 5. That's the basic thing that I'm always telling you. At least he had level 7 outpost. You know, he's doing a little bit of something good about that that attitude of upgrading things. Upgrade me personally. If you're in this stage, if even you're from Z1, if you have HQ1 above, your HQs are is HQ12, right? If you're in this stage, focus on storage, because the more storage you have, it's more easier for you to upgrade things. Storage, outpost. Then after you improve the outpost, improve either mortars, missile launcher, lasers. Those are the heavy hitters. And autocannon also is good. Actually, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you put them last, but in my personal experience, they have, as you can see, they have more higher health, right? They already have a higher health. You can always set up your alloy or energon storage close to your defenses to protect them from receiving the damage first. And this is not a very good sample of layout. You know, guys, a lot of people may have said that layout doesn't matter. Oh, layout, you know, with sludge around and nose cone around, layouts doesn't play a big role. Guys, layout matters. Layout matters. How you trap things out. How you put your, look at this. How you put your Decepticon outpost. This is like, oh man, this is like one drop. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to drop my Elita right here and right here. Let me see. Let me use my pen, right? So I'm going to drop that. See, bam, bam. So I'm going to drop Elita right here, killing this, another, and also this, right? And drop him around here, getting me another ability points, and then focus on the outpost and done. If you put your outpost at least close to this, your perfect defenses here, especially for power leveling people, is mind wipe. A lot of people probably would hate me from this. Oh man, don't tell the guys, you know, don't expose the secret. You know, if you're doing power leveling, they have a higher chance on fighting back looters and power levelers. You know, power leveling individuals. You have more chance on fighting back. Why? Mind wipe would control that Elita and walk away. Especially a lot of people would drop another the bot that they're power leveling here somewhere in the bottom, and he will start walking here, drop Elita right there, do what I just recently told you guys, destroying the HQ. And if you have an outpost bot next to it, on the mid-air of Elita 1, that outpost bot will start looking for and going down hunting the feeding bot of XP. if you have Mind Wipe or Cosmos in there, he flies so slow. You know that, right? He flies so slow. When Elita or Star Saber dropped again in there, he will come back, Mind Wipe them, walk then, and probably kill the feeding or the bot that was upgrading or power leveling, the small one. Now let me close this thing. We focused on we focused on the base. We focused on early setup, what you should guys need to do. Like I said, I cannot emphasize it anymore. Upgrade the resources, the storages, focus on the outposts because you have more discretion in them. Same thing with the combiners if you guys were in a higher zones, especially on the max levels, like those HQ16 guys. Focus on storage. Focus on upgrading your bots early. Why is it also important for you to upgrade your bots early? The more you have a powerful bot, the more you can excel in war. That's one, excel in war. You also provide good points to your alliance. More good bots, more chance of winning the war. Good resources and good prices get you a higher chance in getting good bot, right? From premium crystals or whatnot, and so on and so forth. It's a domino effect. It's a chain of events that could happen. And let me get out of this Diamond team guy. I'm not going to attack you.
Retreat.
So in my personal experience. Right? Look at my Z Energon. I also had a video on how to hunt them. I'm just doing the same thing, and then save them. What I first did when I upgraded my HQ, I upgraded my my bots, because now I'm not wasting them stagnant or stuck on level 60 while I'm attacking and doing these events. Right? It's a waste of experience, it's a waste of fuel cells and time. So what I did was I upgraded the research lab as soon as possible. All my max bot from like 60, I pumped them up, moved them up as much as possible to 60 plus. Work on my Z Energon. If I would only have focused and not invested things on my bots, I probably would have been done with my bases. But what I did is I focused on my bots, pushing them to level 60 plus, 61 above, because now I can I'm not wasting their experience on events and wars and power levelings. Actually, your Elita or your Sandstorm, Star Saber can do more, can live or can sustain more longer in power leveling areas. Most likely power leveling areas, most victims of that were zones from zone 12. Now that there's no 10k anymore or 10,000 recommended power, these two here are the basic victim of what do you call this, of power leveling and resource hunt. People like to hunt the ones in in zone 14, 15 and prime zone, and most of the time they're not even using the best bots. They just sometimes they have a hound using his special ability and hit the storage. What I do when those happens, especially let's say right now there's no water. We're focusing on hunting XP right now in Canada East. What you could do is move these storage above, put them somewhere here, somewhere in this area, in this section right here, in this section, or put them around somewhere here, so that those opportunists that just would like to hunt resources, it's impossible for them to reach your storages. And if they do hunt you, the minimum things that they could get are these alloy harvester. If you look at my base, you can say that, hey Nick, you said that upgrade everything before upgrading the HQ. Why is it your alloy harvesters are still in the low level? Because, like I said, now that I have a bigger and powerful bots, now that I invested things on my bots, I can get easily I don't have to rely on these things. Although actually they do help sometimes, I don't have to rely on them on upgrading my base, on improving my bots and other currencies that I needed to use, because I have a powerful bot. I can just like simply hunt them. Next topic. So we dealt with that. We dealt with we already talked about the setup. Okay, when it comes to bases, especially on Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, those baby players are new boots. What we should do is, personally, if you're a new boot, always put your HQ somewhere on the top, and put next some outpost, and like put like at least 2-3 layers of walls where at least you have some storage, some defenses, some what do you call it? Let me see. Some of these autocannon to slow them down from reaching to your HQ. I cannot give you any more any better suggestions or advice when it comes to upgrading your bases, other than hurry up and get out of that stage. That's it. Play every hour, attack every hour, every minute. Put a timer on the recovery of your bots. What I'm saying is, like I'm saying remember, I just attacked using my Jazz. Right, where's Jazz at? 26 minutes. Yeah, we use a timer. Timer 26 minutes, so that when you're bot, or 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then attacked again. Now that you have, if you follow my advice that you have a better storage, you can now continue and upgrading things. Coining, if you have the money, do it. If you don't, you know what, it's fine. Sometimes it takes like few days, hours, weeks, month, half a month. Actually, there's no month, but half a month. It's actually 17 minutes is the max at the moment, if I recall. Let me just see. 18 days. See, that's the max. What else I could do? Saving energon and saving alloy. Nick, I can't save properly. A lot of people were attacking me constantly. I can't save my resources. Here's how I do it. Never leave 6 million or 1 million above when it comes to your resources. Never ever leave them, because that's a waste. It's really this. If you are in zone 12, 13, if you are in the younger stages of HQ, or HQ 14, HQ 12, if you have 1 million resources above, don't leave it unspent. It's hard to hunt those, especially if you only have one main team, strong team that can get you a good amount of resources, or can supply you and hunt you a good amount of resources. What you should do is, what I do is I leave my tablet on. Leave this thing on. I leave my tablet on, so that I have more chance to not to get attacked by individuals. Sometimes it happens. I accidentally turned off or closed the app for like a few minutes, and then I logged in, and then because the system will automatically consider your base as offline or free for attack. You know, when sometimes even though you just minimize the app, the system will recognize it as an offline unit, and then you come back in there, and then you'll see why is that somebody just attacked you, why is that your resources just randomly went down, because that small few seconds in there and somebody matches or hunt or exactly press that battle button, right, and
Autobots,
attack a rival player.
roll out.
Once he actually within that few seconds, 2 or 3 seconds that you were out or you just minimize your application, you are already in the list of people that can attack can be attacked by other players. When that happens, even though you logged in back, you're in the list of the system, and you will realize that somebody just in the battle history, even though your what do you call it, your alert doesn't tell you that we just been attacked, you actually just got attacked. Even though those things did not pop up in your screen, you just got attacked because, like I said, a few seconds that you're out, you minimize your tablet or your phone, your application. That's it. You're already in the lottery of getting attacked. So that we talked about that. Next, I would like to emphasize here in this art of combat is combiners. I always hear that complaints, and not really complain, but suggestions and questions. Canada East Blades and crew, you guys at the below top 100 guys of alliances. I will tell you, in my stage here, in this area, in this zone, because right now I took the command of Canada East Blade. I'll come back to Aris in a bit. What you should do, every time we were in Prime League, the common combiner that you'll find inside of these beacon is an Optimus Maximus. Let me just go inside the Enter Lab. We have Defensor, Optimus Maximus, Victorian. I don't see Victorian most of the time inside the combiner beacon, but Optimus Maximus is the best and Defensor. For me, they both par. They're both equal in the same level, especially their third ability, their special ability, the 4-star ability that they have, because I maxed Volcanicus first. This Volcanicus is an offensive combiner. If you followed up already in my train of thought when it comes to bots, I always emphasize offense. Better offense, better chance in war, better chance in war, better chance in getting resources, better chance in resources, better chance of getting shards, crystal shards, premium shard crystals for you to get a better bot. Then next is you can have a Defensor. I always focus on maximizing the offense, and then secondary is the defense. I have Optimus Maximus and Defensor. Look at this. It will send 4 missiles locking an enemy. See, we only have 8, right? Imagine 8 bots that was going to attack your base. If you are in the lower tier, or you're in Z11 below, and you haven't unlocked the 8 slot yet, this may not apply to you. But if you are above already with the 8 squad members, 4 missiles that will put your opponent's bots for 20 seconds, guys, 20 seconds is a lot. That's at least a total of 2,000 damage, or actually 4,000 damage from the let me see, from the missile launcher, right? 200, 2,000, that's at least 2,000. So you for the 20 seconds that Optimus Maximus hit that 4 individuals, that 4 bots in there, there's other 4 bots, hopefully healers, healing that 4 disabled bots while getting slammed by my outpost and my combiner. That's how dangerous Optimus Maximus ability, 4-star ability. That's one. When it comes to Defensor's force shield, this is annoying because in 10 seconds your defenses have a 50% 50% damage, is it absorption, right? Was it your bots or defenses? So from the 100 damage that they receive, it automatically cuts up the 50% from it. That's how good the 4-star ability of Defensor. So if you have Defensor, if you again, like I said, always focus on the offense. But if you don't have Volcanicus yet, focus in these two, Defensor or Optimus Maximus. If you don't have Volcanicus yet, but you have Victorian, this is another best bot for offense. Why? Because of this ability, the 4-star ability, the Noble Sacrifice. That 10 seconds of disabling your opponent's bots and bases, defenses, you can have a 10 seconds to rush to the HQ and destroy that HQ, kill that. So that's another plus when it comes to Victorian. What else do we have? I think that's it. I think I already gave you guys most of the insight that I could give. I don't want to make this video longer. I want to make it at least as easy as possible, as quickly as possible for the players to understand and to caught up with. And in my personal setup, when I upgraded my HQ, after I upgraded my HQ, I start upgrading the storage, because that's the principle of getting or having an ability to upgrade the rest of your whole defenses is by improving the storage. When I upgraded my storage, I told you guys that I went straight to my bots, improve the research lab, which is, I think I have to improve the energon storage first. I improved the research lab. I improved all my bots, put them up to 60 plus above, at least nine of them. Then from then, now I have a chance to get a higher
Autobots, roll
resources to around here, to the to Prime Zone or Zone 15. Now that I increase their levels, my bots levels, which is, it'll give me 3 million, 2 million on a good day. That can improve quickly, or allows me to quickly improve my defenses and my bots as well. Now after I improve that and get my bots, the next thing that I did is the Combiner Beacon. Combiner Beacon requires 200 Z Energon, if I recall, or 100, I'm not sure. I think 200. Why? Like I said, you have a more discretion and a more ability to combat and protect your base if you have a higher combiner, or if you have a 50 HP of your combiner in there, 50% HP. Because you can always upgrade your combiner. You have a discretion, you have a control in your combiner. You can put it to level 7, level maximum is level 20. So you can put it as much, as much as you can and provide a good defense from your base. Those are the things that I did. Next that I went is the shield generator. Shield generator protects your headquarters and the surrounding defenses. Then I went next to the outpost. Why? Because like I said, you have discretion in your bots. You can put as much bots in there. You can put there's no limit on the level of the bot that you could put in there to protect your outpost. So that's pretty much the next thing that I did, outpost. And then went to the shock towers, because shock towers are also 100 Z energon. So by doing so, you already eliminated the heavy dependent on Z energon that are part of your defenses. You already eliminate the shield generator, you already eliminated the combiner beacon and the shock towers, which is more easier now for you to focus on missile launchers, beam lasers, autocannon, right? Look at that, 80 there. It's more easier now. It's more quicker for you to get them now. 70,000 for the laser turret and whatnot. So when it comes to layout for HQ16 and the 17, there's no better recommendation or advice that I can do other than go to the top players in the world, right? Look at this, the top 20 could give you a lot of good bases layout, right? You can have like a maze type like what I have, or like a straightforward type of bases like my idol here. Because Wei been in the top for a long time before they put in the HQ17. I don't see him. Let me see, where is he at? This is Decepticon. See, that's a straightforward base. No maze, no nothing. Just pure trap. Boom, covers the area. Outpost automatically backs them with the combiner. Will divide your bots. Will divide the attention of your bots, cutting them to 2. And this guy pretty much done and upgrading everything. See, combiner level, combiner and shield generator level 2. So anyhow, courtesy to Wei Dancer, boss. I'm sorry if I borrowed your base and show it to I'm, like I said, I'm not making any profit here. I'm just helping our friends or other players out there. Then that's the only thing I could provide, guys, and I hope that you guys learned anything from my tutorial to my art of combat. Again, Lennic24 here. If you have any comments, any questions, you can leave you can leave in a comment in the comment section. You guys can subscribe. You may not like or may like the video. It's up to you guys. Again, English is my second language, and I apologize. It's hard for me sometimes to speak and to talk, and my accents are somewhat thick also. Because like I said, this is my second language. I have to translate it. I have to absorb it, translate it, and then speak it. There's a lot of things going on in my brain. But anyhow, Lennic24 here, and I hope you learned something from my art of combat. God bless you guys. Stay safe and keep hunting XP or keep helping others. See you and bye-bye.